Okay, so I'm just casting off. Long story, isn't it always? This is an absolute disgrace the way I'm doing it. So again, not sure which side I'll be mooring on, so I'm going to leave the rope right in the middle of the roof. Front of the boat's drifting out into the cut, so no time to hang about. Now you can see the front of the boat is really swinging out, so here's what I'm going to do to sort of counter that. I'm going to get the back end to push, and that'll swing the front end round. There we go. This is High Lane. It looks, to be honest, like a lovely little town. A few lively kids knocking about midnight last night, but they didn't do any harm, just messing about after a few beers. So there's Di's boat. So basically we're off. There are gusts of sort of up to 35 miles an hour. It's going to get gradually stronger as the morning goes on. So that means it'll be a bit lively in the narrow sections. Oh, right, okay, so my hands now have gotten rather chilly, to be honest. Yeah, lovely little settlements. Settlements? What kind? We're not in the age of empires, are we? What am I talking about? Settlements? And I'm hurtling along here, by the way, just slightly above tick over, but no. That was a close call. To save battery, I switched it off. There we go. You want remotes to be small, compact, you know, and all that, but this, to be honest, this does take the mick a little bit, because that's going to be so easy to lose, you know. Such is the life of a internationally famous vlogger. Morning. Yeah, it's just a sort of personal memory thing, you know. Yeah.
I was going to say, you can't see the screen.
I just think it'll be nice in the future to have sort of memories to look back on, you know, of different places, you know. So, and nice dogs, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. What an absolute beauty.
Thank you. Nightmare though.
Well, they've all got their characters, haven't they? You know.
Well, the character didn't get you up 3 times on the Monday night to let you out.
Right, yeah. That's a character trait I could do without personally, gotta say. Yeah, is it just a nerves thing, do you think, or? That's most regrettable, I've got to say. I would be reconsidering the dog's future. I really would. But hopefully, well, I do hope you solve it anyway, because that's just no fun at all. No, only to Marple actually, and then down to Whaley Bridge, but unfortunately the canal's been blocked back here, so I might be marooned for like a month, I don't know. But, you know, it's a nice place to be marooned, to be fair, so hopefully this new view will be better. We shall see. Comment below. No, don't do that. Don't. No, you know what? No, do comment, right? Because it is a relevant point. I may have my views on it, but you know, I'm not necessarily right. I am right. Well, I'm not necessarily, but I am really. Do you know what I mean? So my hands are now, one hand anyway, is toasty warm. These things are, they're not bad, you know. They're not as good as the old. Anyway, I know they're not as good. We all know that now, right? Shut up, Tony. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm going to Marple. I'm going to go into Marple because, well, partly because why not, but also there's a lot there, and also Dave and Di will be there, so we can have a kind of a shared Christmas dinner arrangement, and it's someone to pop down to the pub with as well, isn't it? You know. Anyway, yeah. So I want a very brief word about the cunning plant. There's always a cunning plant, you know that. So the as usual, it's not that cunning. Hang on. Camera unit powering off. Don't do that. Right. So my communist new camera has decided to go on strike, but I will soon teach it a lesson it will never forget. And so in the meantime, I'm stuck with the action cam. So I've just got to get past a couple of more boats, and then I shall attend to my rebellious camera. Do you know, I like that boat. That's a very spacious interior there. So anyway, let's fix the new action cam, because frankly, you know, I feel like it's letting the side down. Oh, okay. Start recording. As soon as I started messing to fix the camera, the rebellious communist camera that I've got, and as soon as I did that, it's the boat swung out, and now I've overcorrected and it's going the other way. So anybody following me would think I was an absolute nincompoop. I'm just having a bad morning. I'm not a full-time nincompoop. Even that's arguable, isn't it? Anyway, we got through the bridge hole. No contact. So sterling performance there. It's a short cruise as well, by the way. From High Lane up to Marple is about 2 miles, maybe 2 and a bit. Why was I saying that? Oh yeah, so short cruise. I'm doing this now because it's going to start raining at some point today. The official line is from the Met Office that it's going to start raining around midday. Now it's already started to spatter, and I just had the feeling that the sooner I make this move, the drier I'll be, basically. And I think there's also the issue that if anybody is leaving a mooring and moving on from Marple, you know, they're generally going to be gone by about 10, sort of 10:30. And so that being the case, you know, I'm hoping someone will have made an early start and buggered off from Marple. Yeah, do you know, it feels like it's starting to come down. I think I might have some issues here. It's a pain, right? I mean, it's a pain to just be in the rain, let's be honest, that's the pain of it. But it also gets into the camera gear and the electronics. It's not, I think it's like splash proof with a bit of luck, you know. I wasn't so fussed in summer, and I didn't have gimbals. I just clamped the thing on with a little clamp thing. I clamped the thing on with a clamp thing. You've probably noticed this if you've watched a few videos. The forward-looking camera angle appears like to tilt. Now the camera itself is on a gimbal, so that shouldn't be happening. But what I've done, rather cunningly, what I've done is I've locked that forward camera image so it can't tilt. It can't be clever and decide to sort of wander around and slope the angle and do all that. It can't do that. I was having a quick look at the map last night, and because I always try and have a sort of a vague look. What supermarkets are there? Is there a Waitrose? You know, the important questions. Where can I get a full English? Which I've got. I'm all over that one. I've got that bit of important research has been successfully completed. They're 2-day moorings, but I'm hoping now, because it's winter, they'll do the normal thing and you'll get 2 weeks. Depending if I like it, you know. I may move early. If I'm not keen on the place, I may move early. The only thing you've got to think about if you're visiting the area and it's winter and you're thinking, I'll take advantage of the relaxation of rules and I'll get 2 weeks on the moorings. If that is your thought, what was I saying all that for? Facilities. There are facilities at Marple, which is great. I need to speed up, by the way. I slowed down a tad for those boats. There are facilities at Marple, but there's nothing else down the rest of the canal, down as far as that place called Whaley Bridge, which is about where it runs out, where you run out of canal. That's all you've got. Is the ones at Marple. And you can't physically keep rubbish. You need to get rid of rubbish. Some people produce minimal rubbish. I produce a lot, actually, and I'm not just talking about the claptrap that I come out with on a video. I do seem to create a lot of trash, which is rather shameful admission, actually, in our energy conscious day and age. But anyway, so I do that, and so I need really, I don't like having, I would have like 2 bags of rubbish in a week, you know, maybe 3, it depends, certainly 2. So, you know, in 2 weeks I've got 4 bags of rubbish hanging about in the cratch waiting to be disposed of. But you're going to attract rats, you are going to attract rats, and I did in Chester, and that was only in about 2 days, let alone 2 weeks, especially in these city areas. Where would I have stayed? I would have stayed probably for a little bit longer at Bollington or Poynton at the trading post there. That would be a good place to stop, because I think that little town of Poynton does look pretty good from the little bit I've seen. And they do have a Waitrose, which nobody else does on this whole canal. So Shore Cruise, and this is a huge, I did the equivalent of 1 3/4 cups, I think. Did a huge coffee in here earlier on, and I've left a little trick I've developed. Leave the little flap open. It's a tiny little hole, but it's enough to allow it to cool down. Once it's at drinkable heat, then you can seal it. It's not too many boats here on this stretch. This is quieter, and you know, I can see why. There's no Armco, so that makes it less attractive to wimps like me, anyway. But there's, you know, the proof's in the pudding. Not many boats, and also there's no facilities. I don't think there are any villages. I've seen like settlements over yonder on the right. That word yonder's creeping into my vocabulary, isn't it? Creeping into my speech. Got to nip that in the bud straight away. Just past a GRP. To be honest, looks like it's seen better days, but you know, that's not a criticism. You know, I'm not one of those snobby boaters. I mean, look at the state of this thing. You know, badly needs the paint job sorting out. For one thing, the roof is just hideous. That non-slip paint is great for the roof, for safety, which is really important, not arguing with that, but it really holds the dust and the muck, and just, it's really hard to sort of keep it clean. That's such a bad first world problem, isn't it? It's really hard to keep my roof clean, oh poor me, you know. Got to edit that out. Now this is interesting as well. On the right hand side now of the canal, we're going past what I think would have been mill buildings originally, and there would have been some trade on boats. There would have been narrowboats involved in trade here. And it's a huge as they are, as they tend to be. The brickwork looks too modern for it to be a proper old Victorian mill, you know, from the mid 18th century, or whenever those things were going full steam. And there is a wharf, a crane. Looks like it would have been used to load goods onto barges. So this was an active industrial unit, you know, a factory or similar. Could we be in Marple already? It could be. It could be. Come on, sort yourself out. God, this map is... This is not a bad phone either. It's not one of those joke phones that takes all day to reload an image or... Blimey. Oh no, we're not. No, we are. Blimey guys, we're entering Marple. In a fifth of a mile, there's moorings on the left hand side. So I'm officially now, I'm in mooring mode. This is it, this is Marple. That was quicker than I thought. There's a load of 2-day moorings in the middle of town. I wanted to text Dave to ask him where he was. Yeah, there was a really strong wind coming through across that bridge hole, and actually it's still quite breezy. But we're definitely into, you can see now, we're into a built up area. You know, I'm not talking like full on Manchester, it's not that, but it's a built up area. And I need to just keep my eye on the map and the available moorings. I don't want to miss a mooring because I'm too dozy to notice, you know, that one's available. Won't be too many boats moving today, I feel, because of the prospect of heavy rain later. Anyway, I also need to clarify my vision. So let's do that. There's lots of boats along here, but they're all on the off side. That's the towpath side on the left, no boats there. You could moor. Oh, there's a shelf. Oh, that's no fun, is it? There's definitely a shelf. All depends how deep it is. Yeah, no, it looks shallower than the boat. There's definitely a shelf, and it's definitely shallower than the boat. So, I'm not going too fast, am I? What's the indicated speed? 1.7, 3.2? Come on. I've got to get a decent speed on it, I think. Like an app. I've got another one. But the great thing is that's open with the map, so I don't... You know, the first world problems just keep mounting up. So, the gloves are off, like literally and metaphorically, as I'm looking for a spot now. There is a shelf under there. So, morning. Yeah, I wonder if I can get some brief footage of the shelf, if you can see it. Very difficult for the camera to pick up what's underwater. Under the shelf, looks like it sticks out about a foot. Looks like it sticks out about a foot. So that's going to get right in the way of a boat. That shelf. Do you know, it's going to get soaked later on. My heart goes out to people who still have to work while moving around on their boat. And I know it's only every 14 days. Quite often, it's not the most exacting requirement as fair play to CRT. They could have said it's a week, but you know, I knew it was going to rain, and I thought I'll sneak up there quick before it gets bad. I mean, it's drizzly, it's not pleasant. Right, so there's moorings indicated on this side, but I'm not seeing anything. I could do it though. I could do it. Mooring is feasible on the left here, but the trouble is it's coming back, isn't it? How do I get back? But it is. I don't know what the situation is with mooring pins. There's the shelf, isn't there? The shelf is still there. So we'll see. Now there's a line of boats starting just ahead. Gotta get the 2-day moorings on my left, right? There's a line of 2-day moorings, so I'm gonna. Oops. I'm heading for the bloody bank. It's narrowing out. Right, there's a line of moorings on the left. I need to keep the speed up because I get blown over on the left into the moored boats. So I can't be too lackadaisical. Like there's Armco on the right here. It looks like there's a spot. Brilliant. Okay. Yeah. Looks like there might be just a spot that might be just long enough for me. It's a shame. There's a spot on the end. But I feel like it's not quite long enough. It would be great if I can just find a spot. You know, the sad thing is there's Armco, but the boats are spaced out in such a way that I can't quite fit. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. It's annoying. Okay. Looks like there's one spot here. I think I'll make it in here, you know. It's going to be close. It's just a case of not bumping anyone. Right. This could get lively, so this is going to be a tight squeeze. I think I might just do it. Oh, this is shady, this. There's going to be a bump at the front. There we go. And if I can just get the boat in. Right, okay. Looks like I might have done it if I can just jump off the boat. Oh, absolute result. Oh my God. That's sensational. As it happens, there is more space than I need. Oh, that is brilliant. I just need to figure out where the rings are. There are mooring rings here. Right. Oh, it'll be okay, thanks. I think the wind's in my favour. Hello there. So I'm not too bad. Yeah, it's when it's blowing you off.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Morning. not so much fun today.
Normally.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I'm being a wimp as usual, I'm afraid. Yeah.
It is. It's that. It's drizzle and drizzle.
Yeah, but you know, but the thing is, it's going to get worse later on apparently. So now's the time, from a boating point of view, to get
Sorted out.
to get sorted. Yeah, hello there.
Windy,
Hello.
yes,
Hello. You are beautiful, aren't you?
my dog.
You are. Oh, hello. Hello.
So these are my daughter's dogs. So.
They are beautiful animals, and so friendly as well.
Oh yes. She.
Yeah.
Newfoundland standard poodle cross.
Absolutely insane. I don't think I've seen anything quite like it.
And she's there on the mat, and they just crawl all over her.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I mean, she's obviously supervised.
Yeah.
I mean, the Newfoundlands and the poodles have both got very good.
Well, she seems to have. If anything, she's like a sort of a teddy bear in canine form.
Well, she's called Bear.
Yeah. She's like a teddy bear in dog form. Absolutely beautiful.
The one drawback, she is playful. So
But the thing is, I mean, animals are animals, aren't they? I think, let's be realistic, But anyway, I shall let you press on. Lovely talking to you. Yeah, take care. Yeah, absolutely, yeah, thanks. Morning. Okay guys, so here we are at Marple. Long line of boats down there. Just here, where the wooden posts are, like this boat here, also, and so on. These are 2-day moorings, but because it's winter and they're not signposted, they're now 14 till the end of February. So it's a little bit overlooked. There are houses up there, trees and stuff, slightly overlooked, but it's a very pleasant spot. So no problem with that. And I'm on rings, so no need for mooring chains or pins or any other nonsense. So it's a cracking little spot, really. There's a boat just in front of me, and yeah, we're right bang in the middle of Marple, really. So brilliant.